Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and Happy New Year, and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about Brzrkr. So, for any of you who may have been following my writings on pop culture and comics online, I did pledge towards a Kickstarter a couple of years ago, which was Brzrkr, which was the first comic written by, or created and partly written by Keanu Reeves. I say partly written because it's partly written by Matt Kindt as well, who is a phenomenal writer who I know from Exo Man of War. This was about an immortal person? You can't call him a person. An immortal being who has lived for many millennia. And he's got to essentially sort of modern time, current year, where he doesn't really care about anything anymore. He's seen so many of his family, friends, loved ones die that he completely just is numb to it all. And I thought this was a really interesting concept. You've got the main character who's then approached by, I believe it's the US military, saying that they know what makes him immortal, so they want to have his help in exchange for helping him become mortal. You know, he has got to that point where he wants to die. And I thought this was just like I said, a really interesting concept. The first couple of issues had me a little bit worried because I thought, is this just action and violence for the sake of it? But it developed from there, and it got quite interesting. And I'm going to be completely honest, I am yet to finish. Where is it? That's issue 2, isn't it? Yet to finish book 2. I do have, I think it's 7, 8, 9, and 10. I think I've got to read. Might have read 7. I can't remember where I'm up to. But I probably will read them all again once it's all collected in hardback, because I have been going through the PDFs, and I much prefer to have the physical copy. But I was completely surprised when it turned up yesterday, so the last thing of the year, and these things turn up. And I have to say, I'm going to be honest, at first I was kind of a little bit underwhelmed. I was expecting something incredibly extravagant for what was the Kickstarter exclusive. Now I did end up purchasing myself a copy of issue 1 because I wanted issue 1, because knowing how crazy everything went, I believe this was the highest grossing comic on Kickstarter without a doubt, and I think it was only beaten as the highest grossing comic by Star Wars, and I can't remember which Star Wars now. But I will say, at first I was underwhelmed by the front cover art. Like I said, I thought it was going to be something a bit more extravagant. But the more I look at it, the more I actually love it. And I believe is it Tyler Kirkham? I've completely forgotten the name. Tyler Kirkham, yeah. It is a connecting cover of Tyler Kirkham. This is a 3-arc series. So you got the first arc here, second arc there, and the third arc will be coming out for me later on, probably summer. So I am interested to find out how it goes. I've known for a while, to be honest. I think it was after the initial buzz. Netflix picked it up for a series. They've also got a animated series on the go. I believe they were at San Diego Comic-Con, I want to say a couple of months ago. Time just doesn't mean anything to me at the moment. And they did release that there was going to be more spin-off series. I don't know how that's going to be roped in terms of Keanu Reeves, but I'm really enjoying this, and I think he's onto something really good. It does mix a kind of sort of mythology with like a John Wick thing, and that is very sort of popular with him at the moment. But anyway, back to the cover art. The more I look at it, the more I absolutely love it, and I'm really interested to see the full thing, because I know it was supposed to be a connecting cover, and it took me ages, far too long than I'm willing to admit, to realise that this is the connecting cover there. I'm going to try not to hide it too much, but There you go. I'm not good at this, am I? But once I saw that, I thought, actually, I really like it. I think it's really kind of smart. And I can't wait to see the next part. But and now I do have the dilemma. All of my books are on my shelf like that. Now, do I put them on the shelf like that, or do I have them, like the connecting cover, up on a display? But it has kind of made me question things, to be honest, and I really enjoyed that. I love the fact that I can look at this cover now and just go, I really like it. I really, really do. And I do think that the artwork inside, although I started off thinking it wasn't quite to my liking, it's not as clean cut, it's not as refined, it's quite sharp. I have warmed to it, and I do actually enjoy it. With the fact that the violence is so visceral, it's. I just opened to this page, funnily enough. I think it actually mixes quite well with it not being so clean cut. That reminded me very much of a Sin City. But I have to say, I am incredibly excited to continue on with this book. I know, like I said, that there's more things in development, spin-off series. I don't know how. I can't even remember the main character's name. He's got a very strange name. But I can't wait to find out how this ends. I've got a feeling he's probably going to die at the end, because he is a very violent person, and you normally don't let that kind of a person survive at the end. So I am interested to see what they do with that in the end. I'm also interested to see how they can develop, like, side issues. Like, there's not too many people in the story that you can actually develop a spin-off project for. Or is this going to be something based on, like, his mum and his dad, you know, that kind of thing. Or even potentially the gods that helped create him. So I'm really interested in that, and I think Boom are on to probably one of the hottest projects in comics right now. And the fact that they've got Keanu Reeves tied to it is just massive. And I think this is potentially going to be a really big thing, potentially to rival, like, the Walking Dead status. And I do, I have said that I do recommend it. For anyone who likes really violent, visceral books, this is definitely one for you. And later on down the line, the more you get into it, the more thought-provoking it is. So it's not just all about the action, and that I actually quite enjoy. And I think Reeves, I'm going to go ahead and guess that Reeves is more the action side of it, where Kin is looking more at the personal story side. And I think they're working very well together. And was it Ron Garney? Yeah, Ron Garney. I'm not trusting my brain at the moment. Ron Garney has done a fantastic job with the artwork. Like I said, I didn't initially like it to start with, and I've really grown to love it. I think it really just does fit incredibly well. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they've got coming from this franchise, and I cannot recommend it enough. If you do get a chance, I do think you should pick up issue 1 of Brzrkr, see what you guys think. Like I said, maybe a little bit biased because I did pledge towards the Kickstarter, but I'm always here to give my honest opinions and reviews. Let me know what you guys think. If you have picked up the first review, or if you even heard of it, let me know what you think about it down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, because it really does help me out, and I'll see you on the next video.